Hello, this is question number 1. Let's read it. It says on a horizontal floor, two identical cylindrical vessels and we are connected by a thin tube near their bottoms and that contains some water. When an ice block of volume given gently placed or put inside the vessel A, it gets half submerged in the water. How much water's mass will flow through the connecting tube during the process of melting of the ice cube? And density of water is known to us, density of ice is known to us. So the question nutshell says this is a figure, this is a cylindrical vessel and this is another cylindrical vessel and they are connected by a small tube downside and they have initially water level like this, the same water level, and this is ice cube you are going to put on this A gently. Once you put it inside, you will find this half of its volume is going to be submerged. So it will be partially half submerged, half floating condition, and then there will be a particular level of liquid in the two vessels, and that level will be identical. When this ice melts, then there might be flow of liquid through the tube. We need to identify how much mass of that water flows. So that's a good question, and here is the solution. Let me explain how I have solved it. When ice cube melts, it is going to form water, and the water that is going to form is going to be of the same mass that is of ice. So first we are going to identify how much mass of the water is going to form by melting of ice. That's going to be the extra water coming in, right? So mass of the water formed from ice is going to be m is equal to the mass of the ice that melts. How much ice melts? So about ice we have its volume, we have its density, so we can multiply the volume and the density to get the value of mass. Now we can work in, this is written in centimeter cube and this is in kg per meter cube, so this can be converted into gram per cc, which comes out to be 0.9. So we can write density as 0.9 gram per cc and volume is 100 cc. Cc means centimeter cube. So this converts into 90 gram. That means ice when melts creates 90 gram extra water apart from the water that was there in the vessels. Now, when this ice was partially submerged, so half of the volume of ice was inside water. So whatever the new water is going to form, first the new water is going to fill that gap or the gap that is going to be created by the melting of ice. Or we can say whatever the volume the ice has displaced of water, that volume has to be filled at there. So that's for that I've written the next line, mass of this water used in filling the submerged volume of the ice which has displaced the liquid, isn't it? So that is going to be equal to the displaced volume into density of water. Now displaced volume is half of the volume of ice as I said, and density of water is going to be 1 gram per cc, so it's going to be 100 by 2 into 1, that is 50 gram. That means 50 gram of water out of 90 will go into the filling the displaced space, the space that has displaced water earlier. So how much the remaining part of water is going to be there? So remaining part of this water is going to be, let's call it to be m2. So this is going to be m minus m1. M I have set for the total water formed, and m1 was the water that has been used in filling the displaced volume. So it's going to be 90 minus 50, which comes out to be 40 gram. That means this 40 gram is going to be the extra water available after melting of this ice and maintaining the level what was there when the ice was half submerged. Now this 40 gram of water is now going to distributed in such a manner so that again the level will remain the same. So you will find if in one branch you have extra value of water, it will be equally divided into the two branches because it has to maintain the same level, and because we know the two vessels are identical. So we will say this will be equally divided into two vessels A and B. So it's a half value, that means 20 gram has to flow from A to B, has to flow from A to B in order to maintain the level. So we will say 20 gram of water will flow through the connecting tube, and this will be flow of water during the melting of ice. Before that, whatever has flowed, we are not counting. We are counting only after this condition and when the ice melts, during the process of ice melts. The question asks for the same. Hence, our answer will become 20 gram. And we will see that there's an option of 20 gram. Hence, it is our correct response. Okay. Thank you.